what's in it and not in it?
It would be more like a
Trust.
living trust.
The
yeah,
advantage
yeah.
of a trust is that it's private.
Yeah.
Probate is public. The few downsides to probate, people always come in, I want to avoid probate, and sometimes there's a really legitimate reason to do it. The advantages of avoiding probate and having a trust is it's quicker to administer the transfer of the assets. You don't have to go through a 6-month waiting period in Rhode Island for creditors to make claims, that type of thing. The other advantage is it's private. No one gets to look in and see what are the assets. You have to file an inventory in probate court. In a trust, you don't have to go through that public aspect of people being able to look and see, well, what are the assets? If Michael Jackson died and he's got a will and the will has to be probated, whatever assets he has will be open to the public, and I bet you the media will be interested.
It's also cheaper, too.
What is?
To avoid probate.
The administration of the assets is cheaper.
It's a lot
less
cheaper because
expensive.
you're not paying legal fees, and if there's a will contest, and
It's
saves
more
the estate money.
expensive to create a trust than it is to do a will plan. It's less expensive usually to probate to administer the trust than to probate the will.
That's an interesting
And that's the
factoid.
third issue as to why some people may want to create a trust. The cost in and of itself wouldn't be a reason to do it, but combined with all those other issues, you may want to create a trust rather than going through the probate of a will.
If you create a trust and put nothing in it, then all you have is a document. Okay,
Right.
so I guess my point here is, if you have minimal assets, like David was saying, maybe $15,000 or less, I don't think that necessitates a trust.
No.
I guess this is a good time to have you address the Michael Jackson issue. One aspect in particular with Catherine, the mother, having a certain allocation. But there was something written in that said if they challenge it, as long as there's no contest.
No
Explain
contest
that
clause.
All right.
element.
Yeah, that's good for
We
you.
were actually going to talk, when he
Yeah.
mentioned about disinheriting, if you, as the testator or the person who writes the will, if you don't want people to challenge the will, then you can put what's called in there a disinherited clause. In this case, he did that with his ex-wife. And he also had a provision in his will that said if anybody, simply put, if anybody challenges or contests the will, anybody that's named in the will not receive.
Right. There's two ways to disinherit people, or not. In that case, it's not to disinherit people, it's to give them incentive not to challenge the will.
Yeah.
So if you say, don't challenge the will, if you do, whatever I left you is gone.
Yeah.
Would you know about that before you had the option to challenge it? Or would someone likely just say, I'm going to challenge it, and then find out that that was a
Well-
clause written
They
in?
have to
The
read
will's
will.
probated.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's probated.
It's
And
what
it's
they
a
wanna
public
know.
document,
Yeah.
so you can always find anything out about a will before you take any action. The other way to disinherit someone, and we talked about this a little bit, was with a clause that says, I have intentionally omitted somebody, and it's not by oversight or mistake. And that is to show that if somebody would have been a natural beneficiary of yours and you didn't include them, if you don't mention them, then that's grounds for them to challenge the will.
So it shows you haven't overlooked or forgotten
Right. It's not a
the
mistake.
beneficiary. Yeah.
But you have to specifically
Right.
name them at least. And it also
Yes.
would say that we absolutely were of sound mind because people have challenged it. If you don't even name me, it's perhaps
Right.
they didn't have the wherewithal or the capacity to even remember who
Correct.
I am. Question, what's a codicil?
Codicil is a way to change a will without rewriting the whole will. In the old days, when I started practicing law, 1980s, early 80s, late 70s, when apples were just coming online, wills were generated by typewriters. And to change them, it was a long document, meant retyping a whole long document. So you could do a codicil which just says, I affirm everything in the will except whatever you change.
Paragraph 2, page 3.
Right. Change paragraph 2 to take out my executor and put a new
You have to
executor.
be very specific, and you also have to have it signed before 2 witnesses and notarized.
Same as the
It
will
has to be
to make
the
it
same,
valid.
yes.
I would venture to say that with computers and documents being saved, it may be just as easy to do a new will than
It's
it is
just
to do a
quicker.
codicil.
Yeah.
Save as,
Well, that exactly.
essentially,
and
of the word processing.
will dated such and such is now will dated today.
Well, let me give you, for instance, I had somebody that called me a few weeks ago, and she named person A in her will, And she said, I no longer want person A, I want person B. Can I do a codicil? And I said, you know what? No. I think it's much easier and quicker to do a new will, because what happens if she loses the codicil? Then person A is still named in the will because
Yeah.
it's now the document that's going to be probated. So if she loses the codicil, her intent of taking person A out is no longer there.
As I was saying, in the earlier days of the world, 1980s, a 25-page will to change one name and retype it was unreasonable.
Yeoman's work that it's
Right.
not now.
So that's why you do a codicil. Today, it's not the same thing. It's, as you said, pull up the old one, make the change, give it new dates, re-sign it, witness it, execute it. It's easier.
People often ask, where should I keep that will? Should the executor have a copy of it? Do you keep it in your house? Do you keep it in a safe deposit box?
Where do you
do
think
with
the
it?
worst place to keep it would be if it's the original will?
Under the mattress.
Safe deposit box. And the reason is,
You got to tell somebody it's
you got to
there.
have, well, and how do they
How do
get
they get
into
access
it?
to
That's
it?
right. You
Because
gotta-
the executor is named in the will, they can't become executor until the will's probated, and if no one else can get into the box, it's terrible. The best thing to do is to hire an attorney and let the attorney keep it in their safe, or wherever they keep documents for safekeeping. Or keep it somewhere where the executor knows that it's located and can get to it.
Or should have a copy
Copy.
of it, I would assume.
Yeah.
That's a personal preference. Sometimes the client does not want to give out a
Discuss.
copy.
Right.
Yeah.
It depends on the
Depends,
situation,
yeah.
but they may want them to be able to get to it to probate it, so they need to know where it is.
Well, this brings up another point. So if you didn't want them to see the contents of what you have, but you talked about them having the power of health attorney or power of attorney, wouldn't it make sense that your chosen person would have a copy of it in case they had to go to the doctor, go to a hospital, and say they're not related, not next of kin? Why would a hospital doctor or administrative person want to honor that unless you had the paper in hand?
Those documents, the person who's carrying out the task needs to have.
Yep.
And what
Yes.
we do
Okay.
when we create a plan is the client leaves with a notebook of all the documents and extra copies of those documents that need to be put in the hands of the healthcare professional, the person who's appointed power of attorney, etc.
And we give them instructions as well as
Right.
to what to do with the documents.
Only wealthy people need to have an estate, would you say, because it has some tax benefits, which we hopefully will discuss next time, but is that true?
No.
No.
The estate plan is more than just the passing of the wealth. It's all these other things we talked about. The health is just as important as the wealth. So you need someone to make those decisions for you. You need that part as part of the plan. So it's not just for the wealthy.
Not just for tax avoidance
No.
or tax options that
Right.
are
It's
created.
You can't
cer-
always avoid tax.
and certainly that's an important part of it, but it's not the only reason to have a well laid out plan.
If someone wanted to challenge the will in the short time that we have left, what do they do? Go to court?
Hire a lawyer, file paperwork in the
Yep.
probate court.
There are attorneys that specialize
Yes.
in probate contests. I'd contact an attorney, I explain the circumstance and say, do I have a case?
So that clearly is not something that someone would do it yourself.
No.
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 It's very complicated.
Okay.
Very complicated.
It seems that for what the amount that we covered relative to probate, maybe the next session we should continue our discussions about estate planning.
We could do that.
Continue to invite your questions. Please do feel free to email us. We thank Jackie Grasso and David Bizarre from Odette Bizarre Cordero Grasso Law Firm in East Providence. And I think as we continue, it'll be a couple of more sessions perhaps that you can cover some of these details. We thank you for watching. We appreciate your questions, and join us because the discussion of legal matters will continue. I think that's what we need to do, discuss.
We
There-
should talk about guardianships.
There's a number of other issues that we can cover.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the importance of